Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generations discussion on the fallout from Boruto Chapter 74. And today, there's a big situation that's been placed onto the table for us as readers that we need to discuss regarding Naruto, Shikamaru, Sasuke, and the mad scientist himself, Amado. One that's been the source of major questions that fans have had for almost 3 years now that I've not talked about. And given that Boruto's manga has finally given us that moment where Amado's been backed into a corner, seemingly being forced to answer some really hard questions, a lot of fans believe that we're finally going to get the answer to this question, which is Sasuke the true key to finding out Amado's true motives and finding out what Amado's hiding and what Amado's lying about? Or is Sasuke going to reveal that he already knows something? We all know that Amado's lying. Even the characters in universe know that Amado's a notorious liar. And despite Naruto being perceived as being too soft on Amado, one could say Naruto is merely giving Amado every courtesy to prove Naruto and the Kage is wrong, or ultimately he's being given the opportunity to hang himself with the rope that Naruto's given to him. If we let Shikamaru tell it, Amado's been a rat from day one, and he's been a snake since day one, who should have been yeeted out the village a long time ago. Even Naruto has been shown losing his temper with Amado in the last manga chapter, demanding that Amado stop all the lying. However, the one person you've not seen lose their cool around Amado has been Sasuke Uchiha, the Shadow Hokage of Konoha, and Sasuke maintaining that cool is a very dangerous thing. Look, there's a reason why Sasuke's always in the shadows doing the dirty work, because he has the experience of protecting Konoha from threats hidden in the shadows and in plain sight that Naruto's unable to see due to his position as Hokage and what that position at times does to his judgment. But the fact remains is that Sasuke is an extremely valuable asset to Naruto as Hokage. Sasuke was the one that discovered a 10 tails hidden in another dimension. Sasuke was the one who, after the 4th Great Ninja War, was able to discover traces of the Zetsus that ended up becoming the mutated Zetsu that you saw Boruto and Team 7 fight before the versus Momoshiki arc. Whereas it was something new to anime fans, that was actually something that Sasuke began looking into just before Sasuke returned home for Konoha after his redemption journey. However, Sasuke has earned the title of Batman Sensei and Shadow Hokage for a reason, and there's a reason that Naruto follows Sasuke's instincts on these decisions as easily as Established Titles makes it to become a lord or a lady by visiting their website. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping with global reforestation efforts. It's a project based in historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. With Established Titles, you get at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with the crest, which has a unique plot number to show you your land. Established Titles plants a tree with every order they receive and work with charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. Just as Naruto gets to call himself Lord Hokage, you can officially call yourself Lord or Lady, which now that I have this certificate calling me a Lord, it's going to be on my desk and everybody who comes to my office has to call me the Lord. And you can get it on your credit card or your plane tickets, or you sussy bakas can even use it on your dating profiles. If you go for the romantic route, you can also purchase the couples pack, which comes with adjoining plots of land. The first 200 people purchasing the title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance from it. Depending on how many of you guys want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own little Naruto Explained kingdom. My late grandmother, who just passed away, not only loved flowers but also trees as well, so I'm gonna purchase one to honor my late grandmother. It makes an amazing last minute gift. Established Titles is actually running an early Black Friday sale, plus if you use the promo code EXPLAIN, you get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/explain to get your gift and help support the channel. Thank you again to Established Titles for sponsoring today's video. A lot of people ask, why doesn't Sasuke just use his Sharingan on Amado? That's the one thing that Sasuke could do to make sure if Amado is saying the truth, because Sasuke's Sharingan Genjutsu has evolved since he was 17 years old, where he pulled off Genjutsu feats that were so insane that even the Sage of Six Paths almost slipped off of his happy truth-seeking orb when he realized that Sasuke was just built different. Hagoromo, a man who's seen some of the craziest stuff from fighting his mother Kaguya to all the battles he saw as he transcended time and space itself, Hagoromo saw Sasuke use Genjutsu and was so shocked by what he saw that he had to give Sasuke his props. So naturally, the idea would be for Sasuke to bust out his handy dandy Sharingan on Amado, right? After all, Sasuke, after the the 4th Great Ninja War, continued to advance his Sharingan to the point where he was able to read through the memories of a person who was trapped under his Genjutsu, and in Boruto, we saw his Genjutsu had grown so strong that he was able to place Naruto on the Genjutsu when he was 13, and 20 years later, Naruto at the age of 33 still couldn't remember Sasuke putting him under that Genjutsu or Naruto meeting Boruto back in the past. So Sasuke should be the obvious Achilles heel to Amado in all his wicked treachery and all of his scheming, right? Well, the answer to that is actually no, and for as crazy as that might sound to you, Boruto's mangas already told us as much. Now, I know you might be saying, wait a second, Naruto explained, stop the cap for a second. Amado said himself he's not a ninja. This better not be one of those Amado is no Otsutsuki videos. That's not what I'm saying. I know Amado said that if he gets tortured, he'll squirm and eventually he'll break, and we saw it when Code was able to torture Amado into removing his limiters. If he can't resist torture like that, how can he resist the Sharingan? I know you guys are all asking that. So where did I get this information from? Well, we actually learned the information when Ada's first introduced to us in the manga. In Boruto chapter 57, Ada reveals that on top of experimenting on the bodies of humans like herself, Code, and Kawaki, Amado also experimented on himself with ninja tech. She specifically says that Amado remodeled his eyes with scientific ninja weapon tech, and that the technology he used was extremely complex. If Amado used the exact same technology that he used on the car inners to make them go from normal humans to Otsutsuki levels of broken, the technology he used is going to be nanotech that's infused with Tsunade's enhanced Hashirama cells and Katasuke Shinobi wear technology. Amado modifying his eyes with ninja tech is what you would expect from a man who modified humans into cyborgs. The temptation to enhance himself in areas like that would be too great, and it fits with the inspiration behind his character, with him being the Dr. Gero of the car organization. With Dr. Gero, as a side note, watch Dragon Ball and sub before I get 100 comments telling me that I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Dr. Gero modified himself into a cyborg, but he was more mechanically modified than 17 and 18, who still maintained their human functions, organs, and appearance. Amado pulling a very similar thing but in reverse, doing less modifications to his own body than he did to those who he experimented on against their will. It makes a lot more sense when you look at that parallel, considering the man has already researched the Byakugan down to the point where he knows how to slow down the Byakugan gene inside the body to a point of suppressing it, and his own brilliance surpassed that of Katasuke in terms of science. The fact that a man who thinks 10 steps ahead wouldn't think to make sure his ninja tech eyes were resistant to Genjutsu is really crazy. He's a walking contingency plan for his contingency plans. The whole reason he even made the changes to his eyes is because he foresaw a scenario where Code might try and one day work around the limiters he had placed onto his body through methods like state transformation jutsu. He planned in advance to be in the Konoha, knowing full well there was a chance he'd have to deal with someone who had the Sharingan, like Sasuke or even Sasuke's own daughter Sarda. Not making those ninja tech eyes resistant to Genjutsu, that'd be a huge oversight, and quite frankly it'd be out of character for Amado's character. People using science to counter the Sharingan isn't new either. Deidara built an eye device specifically meant to allow him to see through Sharingan Genjutsu and counter it, though it still required him to train his eyes to become resistant to it. Assuming that Amado used the same technology he used on the car inners on his eyes, that technology is rooted in Hashirama cells and nanotech on a cellular level. That ninja tech alone should be the counter to Sharingan Genjutsu. If he's gone as far as to have work done on his eyes, there's no telling if he's done something to his brain to prevent forcible extraction of information as well, since the constant that we've seen with Boruto is that things that are introduced in Naruto get put on steroids in Boruto, especially when science is involved. Blocks can be placed onto the mind of a person to prevent mind reading. Nanotech putting blocks on steroids, it isn't out of the question, but the Yamanaka clan's hidden yin release jutsu has a better bet of getting information from Amado than the Sharingan. Before Ada said what he did, that was always my question. Why didn't Amado just get put under Genjutsu by Sasuke to learn the truth and read through his memories and confirm everything that he said? But as is the case with most manga, especially monthly manga like Rurouni Kenshin Hokkaido arc, Attack on Titan, and Boruto, you're gonna have to wait a couple years in real time before you get your answer in manga format, as was the case with Amado and Sasuke. Anyway, click here to watch my Chainsaw Man chapter 109 review, or click here to watch this Naruto Explain video.